Identifying critical hazards in surface mining can be crucial for avoiding work-related accidents. In this video, we will discuss some safe practices and conditions, and also unsafe ones. Everyone must take ownership and accountability when it comes to safety. Inadequate stacking practices, as seen here, may cause pallets to tip over and fall on workers. Pallets should be stacked adequately in order so it does not pose a danger to workers. Tools should be stored somewhere accessible and out of the way. This will allow all walking traffic to move around freely without obstruction or trip and fall hazards. Work areas should not be cluttered and should be clear of any potential hazards. Machines that have moving parts or pinch point mechanics should have adequate guarding. This will help ensure that all workers are protected from getting things such as fingers or clothing caught in them. Machine guarding should be repaired if damaged or replaced if worn out. They may be sprayed painted for awareness or to warn others. Be familiar with HAZCOM principles. Chemical substances should be labeled and stored adequately. The consumption of food and liquids should be separate in case of contamination. Use common sense. The storage of combustible chemicals and their ignition should be separate unless they are in use. Be aware of spills or leaking containers. There should be a designated safe area for storing all flammable substances. In case of an emergency, all workers should know where fire extinguishers are located. They should be inspected and up to date and also functional. They should also be visible and easily accessible. Make sure critical areas such as fuel storages and combustible material storages are equipped with an adequate amount of fire extinguishers. When handling fire, please be aware of workers around you and also cables lying around. Be cautious of trip and fall hazards when walking around the hose. Maybe if the hose were hanging from above, it will lessen the chances of an accident. When working from different elevated heights, please wear a fall arrest device such as a harness if applicable. When working from elevated areas, make sure all guardrails are well maintained and functional. Walk rails should have toe boards mounted for extra protection. Please observe the following worker.
Actually, about 10 years ago, a guy died in this pit when he was opening it up. He was a very competent mechanic and knew what he's doing, and he's welding that diesel tank, but he didn't get it vented right, and it exploded on him. Burned him over about 80% of his body, and he struggled to live for about 3 months before he finally gave it up. So that kind of keeps us all reminded to be careful.